Man, just some epic moments through the 2024 AVP season, showcased through that last montage as we get set for another Week 8 matchup right here at the Comerica Center in Dallas, Texas. It is all about the Saturday Night Lights on the AVP as the Dallas Dream, the home team, are set to take on the San Diego at the number 5 spot. For the Dallas Dream, they look awfully pretty, 8-4 as they look to secure their place. All they need is one win between the men's matchup or the women's matchup, and they have clinched their position moving in to the championships next weekend in Los Angeles in this inaugural AVP season. The league has just level, everybody. This is Casey Patterson, the Olympian. I'm Cameron Irwin. And this first matchup between the ladies, this will be the first time they're meeting. We talk about Toni Rodriguez, a dynamic blocker, facing off against Kylie Deberg. I mean, the volume is going to increase in this one, Casey.
Yeah, you got two blockers that are really physical and affect the game more than most on the court, right? And so the battle between the Titans, I would say, is going to happen now, and then it's going to go down to, all right, each defender, Hailey and then Geena, who's going to affect the game on their end of the court, transition really well, but I'm excited to watch these two blockers go after it.
No questions about it. You mentioned the defenders. That's Hailey Harward on one side of the net. She'll play alongside Kylie Deberg, and on the opposite, Geena Urango, one of the veterans, alongside Toni Rodriguez. Their numbers are outrageous. Who will pick up this win? Can Dallas clinch it right here?
Let's do it, everybody. Our final matchup of the night. First, the women, and first up, we're going to meet the San Diego Smash. Wearing the number 1, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, out of the University of Southern California, it's Geena Urango. And her partner wearing the number 2, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, out of LSU, it's Toni Rodriguez. And their opponents, put your hands together for your Dallas Dream. Wearing the number 1, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, out of USC, it's Hailey Harward. And wearing the number 2, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, out of LSU, Kylie Deberg.
Off their best weekend in Week 7 for Kylie Deberg and Hailey. Play has just been unbelievable. Hailey Harward scooping right, left, center. You name it, she is finding a way to dig up the ball. As you look to the competition format, it is a best of 3 to 15. Who will come up with the biggest performance? The Dallas Dream just one win away from clinching a spot into the championships. Tough serve to get started.
What a serve to start. I love Geena went with like the handcuff bump set off the thumb knuckles.
Off the thumb knuckles?
She just went breadbasket handcuffs. That was incredible. What a serve by Hailey to start the match.
Locked in is Hailey Harward. Passing that while on the move, Toni Rodriguez. Right on cue, Harward with the dig. And another! Is it over the net? It is. The point stolen from the Dallas Dream.
How crazy is it that she didn't even jump and she got called for over, right? It looks like she was just,
nice.
Right? Well, I know what that feels like with the 8-10 standing reach. Just boop. Oh. I mean, what a play by Hailey. That she did the old slide by hamstring slide on that second one. That was incredible.
Just missing.
So close.
You think about the Week 7 for the San Diego Smash as a team, the men's and women's teams combined. They went 3-1 on the weekend. They needed points, and they came up clutch.
Yeah, they had an interesting format, right? They played like 1 and 3 and then 7 and 8 or something, right? Or 6 and 7.
Yeah.
So they had a big break in between their second round of matches. So they had a chance to get well rested, mentally start to, you know, play to this format and get some structure and mentality around that and how to do it.
And for the Dallas Dream, they actually played in week 2, 3, and 6. Their first week in going 2-2 as a combination, 3-1 in week 3, and 3-1 at Oceanside in week 6. And the option play. Ooh, and the early stare down. Let's go.
She even was yelling just a little bit. Can't block me. Nice try.
These two teams rounded out with Miles Evans and Chase Buttinger for the San Diego Smash, as well as Andy Benish and Miles Partain for the Dallas Dream. They continue to serve short to Toni, but she comes up with a nice little ball off the heel of her hand.
Yeah, that's, I mean, when you play beach volleyball, I don't care how good you are at siding out, there's nothing more annoying than having to lay out and then stand up and try to side out every time. Also against, what, a 6'4" blocker? No, thank you. That's a great strategy by them, but Toni has the range to get herself out of trouble. So I'm gonna see how she deals with that.
How about that set? Just butter from Harward. Off one foot, and she was there too early.
I love it. I love Geena giving that little peek to Hailey, and then you square up in the line and be like, I'm gonna go line, I'm gonna go line, and then you just let it fall off the hand. Good little peek there, just a running Statue of Liberty. Just enough to, even though Hailey was there, she hesitated just enough to add some chaos and stress.
Geena Urango has the ability to go off defensively. Let's see where she goes here as that ball is chiseled off the top of the block. I mean, she was actually the dig leader from Manhattan Beach. That's a big time tournament to come away with the most digs.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool to talk about that too, is that some players really step up in deep sand and their game really elevates. That's a player like Geena. She's like the true at heart beach volleyball player who can play in that deep stuff and grovel and scoop and get her way out of trouble, deal with the wind.
But we've seen an increased physicality from Geena Urango and Toni Rodriguez in some of the shallower sand that we're seeing in these built-out stadiums.
Yeah, the match against Taryn and Kristen, they were using every weapon possible. High, flat hammers, they were carving inside out, they were using range. It was really fun to watch them.
There's a little carve and a full send from Harward. I mean, she points to her partner, but she better be pointing back. What a dig from Hailey Harward.
She is so balanced when she's on defense. Look at her. She holds long enough to be able to still get on her horse and grab that scoop on the line, and then she just chills. Perfect. She's had 2 of those perfect drive-by digs, and then set to Kylie. It's when you love having the 6'4" blocker.
She just levitated, like at the top of her jump.
Yeah, she almost reloaded that arm because she saw that Hailey was going to make a late run and did that little inside out down the line. Geena has one of the nastiest hands. She can carve with either hand, but her ability to wrap and manipulate the ball is all world.
I just love that whenever she's in trouble, she just swings harder.
Yeah. She has such a heavy hand that it's startling. I was down there and she's hitting, and it was like, okay, I see her hitting, but then it shook the ground. She hits hard. It's so cool. And I love that Toni was trying to give her that little short serve right back to be like, all right, you're gonna give me short serves? I'm gonna give it back to you, see how you can deal. Wow, even with her right there. That's such good touch by Toni. Kylie's right there.
And an important point, too.
Yeah.
For the San Diego Smash picking up that point.
Right.
I believe it's 6-8. Or, excuse me, 5-7 here. But instead of it being a 3-point differential where you might be calling a timeout.
Right.
You're going not so fast.
2 points is manageable.
Faking the set to Berg.
Come on.
And right back over the top. Make it 8-6 for the Dallas Stream, earning the switch. Rich Lamborn, what you got going on?
Got Tim Baumgren down here of the LA Launch. You guys just had an amazing win to keep your hopes alive. How does that feel?
It feels good. I mean, I feel like we've let our girls down a little bit. We've played some great ball, the whole league here, but haven't pulled out as many wins as we want. So kind of to pull one out in the clutch, I guess you could call it, feels pretty good.
It was very clutch because you guys took a little bit of a beating in set 1, but really found an extra gear in sets 2 and 3. How did that come about?
You know, it's just one of those things. All the bounces seemed to go their way to start out, and we kind of didn't get our groove. And once we did, that's when you start earning those points, and the bounces flip. So once we were doing that, we kind of found our groove, and then the game just kind of came to us.
So anything is possible. More impressive your win today or your 4-iron on the par 5 over water yesterday at Glen Eagles?
The 4-iron was better.
Congratulations, Timmy.
You can guarantee he's got some golf game. But impressive as well, the block from Kylie Deberg. Still just a 2-point matchup.
Yeah, it looked like Timmy's grown a little bit of a mustache there to match Troy's for some team camaraderie, right? I feel like that was actually the most magical part of this weekend so far.
The uniforms include facial hair?
Yes, they come with a mustache. What a serve.
How does she have a perfect pass just throwing an arm out?
That was crazy.
I mean, that is a massive block up in front of Geena Urango, taking up a ton of airspace, but she still finds just enough of a sliver.
Well, that's kind of what Kylie makes you do, right? She's going to make you look maybe a little longer than you want, think about her longer, and then also the fact that, Hailey's back there leading the tour in digs. You're just like, okay, where do I go? But Geena has, again, such a good job of being able to manipulate and carve that ball with different speeds.
Kylie Deberg, a impressive indoor volleyball player. She's at Illinois and then Missouri. She's a multi-time All-American as she finds the error there. But the 6'4" blocker, what I love is she is unafraid to swing at the ball.
Yeah, I mean, know your strength. That was the first thing that Brian Doherty taught me as the rookie. He's like, just set me tight. Playing against Phil and Todd in the finals, and it was the first win we'd ever had. And he's like, just set me tight. I don't want to have to think. I'm like, done. I'll put you at 12 feet. You just go hit high off Phil's hands.
That is a Buddy the Elf costume from Buc-ee's. Incredible.
That's incredible.
Sorry, I got distracted by the fantastic Halloween costume.
I love that play by Geena. She's in there early, letting Kylie see her, like, I don't care. And then as soon as she digs, instead of going straight in right to her, she goes back and makes her move. And that's what you do with big, comfortable blocks that want to just stuff you off the court. Make them move and become a little bit smaller.
Geena Urango, also a former indoor volleyball player at the University of Southern California. She was also one of the first scholarship beach volleyball athletes.
How cool is that?
It's amazing. And now you look at the trajectory of the sport on the women's side, especially thanks to the collegiate game. It has now increased so substantially.
The women's side is unbelievable now. I remember going to the players' tent and you see the same faces every year. And then like the second half of my career, once that became a big deal, it was like, I felt like I was in high school. All these young kids, all these girls teams who were just so dominant right out of college and in college.
So crazy. And you think about for someone like Geena Urango, like her journey, she actually started her professional beach volleyball journey alongside none other than Alex Kleiman when she was just 17 years old. That was back in 2006 at the Manhattan Beach Open. Of course, Alex Kleiman going on to become an Olympic gold medalist in Tokyo alongside April Ross. Get a chance to see them in the league championships for the Miami Mayhem, as the two teams who have clinched are the Mayhem and the New York Nitro. Tied up here 11 apiece in set one.
This is where it gets interesting here. This is where you either, visualize executing this bombing your serve or siding out really well. This is where it really comes down to fine tuning. Oh, right on the line.
Locked in.
Ooh, sassy too. She looked, trying to get Toni's eye contact to ask her if it was in when she knew it was in. That's a subtle trash talk. Was that in? Okay, thanks. You want the confirmation from the other team, not the ref.
John King down there. You know he's got the right call. And that is also right on the line. Kylie Deberg with the epic 2-point advantage.
She is chirping at Toni, looking her in the eyes.
You knew words were going to be going back and forth. Yells, at least, were going to be going back and forth between these two blockers. One of the fieriest, Toni Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's going to pull the best out of Toni here, and she's going to use that as fuel.
Well, we've got a minute. The AVP League Championships are just a few days away. Next weekend, Los Angeles, grab your tickets. You're not going to want to miss the top 4 teams competing for the inaugural League Championships. The volume just keeps rising here in Dallas, though, as you look to the teams who are qualified, the New York Nitro and Mayhem.
Yeah, it's crazy how many scenarios are still going down with all these teams.
And what's incredible is that you're going to see a format like you've never seen before, even in league play. I have been waiting to talk about this all night long because with the 2 semifinals playing out, there's going to be a men's match and a women's match. Now, throughout league play, we've just moved on to the next competition, but we must have a winner from the semifinals. So if the score is even at 1 apiece, so say the men win and the women lose, we will have what's called a golden set. This is the first time we're discussing this. A golden set is new to the AVP, and it will be just 1 set played to 15 points, no cap. And what's wild is both the men's team and the women's team will compete in this golden set. Whoever has the higher seed gets to choose whether the men's team goes out first or the women's team.
I love it.
And the first team out will play the first 8 points. The second team will play the next 7. So whoever gets to 8, then you switch from one gender to the next.
That's exciting. That's so fun. So, I hope they all go to a golden set.
And that will be the golden set. So if they're split at 1 apiece in those semifinals, as well as the 3rd place, and of course the championships, it will all come down to 1 set split between both genders.
That is going to be so cool.
It's going to be epic. And another straight point for the Dallas Stream.
I like that, though. That's the right choice. That's the right option. The ball was great survival pass by Toni, and that's what you got to do as Geena. You got to go for it there. Oh, right in her face, chirping. Yes.
Give me some reacts on that. Do we have like just a locked off camera on those two?
Yeah.
Fending off the set.
Don't pull on me. Or you should have pulled on me. I would just use those back and forth.
She just said it with her eyes.
She did. Just the giggle.
Deberg's gonna hammer. She has to clobber. Instead, she goes with the soft stuff. That's way better discipline than I have.
Yeah. Especially after the heated battles, you want to bounce it, and that's what Toni's looking for. Stuff it off the court. That's what I learned in becoming a veteran. It's not about the bounce, it's about winning.
It is about winning. You know a little something about winning, that's for sure. So the Dallas Stream maintained composure, picking up set 1 with a late push. San Diego Smash need to right the ship. The AVP League is brought to you by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
How about a little magic, huh?
A competition like no other, not only the AVP League, but the dodgeball competition.
This reminds me of our Thanksgiving events. We ran out a big church gym and we played dodgeball for hours.
I would not want to go against that arm. I would be terrified. That thing has no ligaments left. You're probably flinging them.
There's a few nephews that still hate me. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, welcome back to the AVP League for this matchup between the Dallas Stream and the San Diego Smash. The Dallas Stream women picking up set 1. They are just 1 set away from having their entire team clinch a spot in the AVP League Championship. Berg with a 417 efficiency. The San Diego Smash coming off a fantastic weekend where they took down TKN, an Olympic team, and then pushed the Olympic silver medalists, Melissa Humana Paredes and Brandy Wilkerson, all the way to match point. They dropped 6 straight in that third set, but they have to find their game right now.
Yeah, this is where you got to find your game against a team that you feel like is kind of at that same area as you, right? Against the last 2 teams, those are teams that have proven themselves on the World Tour, have, silver medalists. They've been for the U.S. and so this is more of a, we're going against our peers in a sense where we're both in that 4 or 5 type-ish ranking, and so you got to find something a little bit different to motivate you, because against those other teams it's easy. You can play up. So here so far it's been a battle of the blockers, right? It's been Toni versus Kylie the whole time.
To your point, both of these women's teams coming into this matchup 2 and 4 in league play. The first strike from Hailey Harward.
Yeah, it almost feels foreign when someone hits a shot now versus just getting leveling up and hammering. It's almost startling when someone hits an off-speed shot.
So what do you look to establish considering what took place in the first set? Do you look to establish the swing or the shot selection?
Exactly what Geena just did is what you should do no matter the conditions, no matter the scenario. It's get up full max vert, good vision behind the ball, and then that 3/4 tempo where the defender can't run it down, the blocker can't get it, so it's flat and quick. That's what you do. You establish your offense that way, and then it just kind of keeps them chasing.
A shocking error. No one up at the net. Was it a balance thing?
Yeah, that's a tough ball, because you probably want that set a little bit to your left, and so her line of approach was there, and then she had to do a little left to right kick out, and then she kind of lost where the ball was. That's a tough ball on the right.
There's the ace as she throws up the double hand.
What?
You didn't see it?
Oh, where are you talking to? Well, you're not talking to me now. Where are you? That's the perfect seam. You just start right in front of the left sider and you cross her right arm. It's so hard to read that ball.
Rodriguez first among women in aces per set. 0.94 as she gets one more.
Okay, she's playing around the world. She's just past the free throw line, make it all the way around the horn here.
But she does it with a jump float.
Well,
That's what's awesome.
It's insane because she has maximum control, and you wouldn't think that would get so many aces.
She's also first in aces to service errors in that ratio. Over 3 is her number.
That's incredible.
Stealing the highlight, Kylie Deberg.
That's where Geena and Toni need a code word, blue, blue. That means the blocker's running up to stuff.
I love that shot of our fans. Everyone having so much fun. This environment has been building throughout league play. 8 straight weeks through the regular season. Everyone has their eyes locked into this final weekend before the championships.
I call that the Sean Cook, the super massive play, and then the missed serve. He'll claim that.
I was going to say, does he claim that, or does you claim that?
It's a signature move, the greatest on-two bounce and hit I've ever seen in my life, and April confirmed, and then a missed float serve.
From one side to the other.
Yeah.
The line judge couldn't even call the ball because he was so scared, and rightly so. He saw his life flash before his eyes.
Pretty sure it hit right on the line. But yeah, you're I can't keep watching without getting hit in the throat.
No one needs a throat tattoo. Nobody needs one.
That's just the worst.
5-3, the San Diego Smash. Yeah. That's no problem for Hailey Harward. She was just waiting in anticipation into the angle.
It's incredible if you watch her more than just this one time. If you were to watch her over a long period of time, her ability to stay balanced and controlled is one of the best I've ever seen. She's so strong and physical, and she's able to float, recorrect.
How does she do that? What skills do you have to possess to be able to do it?
the amount of patience you have to have, one, and then your ability to bounce out if you feel like you made a bad move and still go, which is what a mentality every coach says, right? Like, defense is just effort. And then from there, you can kind of incorporate some sort of system or theory. But she just, you know, it's having a 6'4" blocker helps, lets you be a little bit extra patient, but then also just reps and reps and reps of recovering and playing different scenarios out.
She is currently leading in digs per set on the women's side at over 5.07. And she's got another kill down the line. And just to give you some more context, that is a half dig more than the second place, which is Sarah Hughes at 4.47.
Wow.
She's had multiple 20 dig performances through league play.
Yeah, they play a similar version of defense where they can make that late move and with speed, or they can go early and hold, or they can kind of jab step and bounce out of it. That's where I feel like Geena can get hot with her serve.
She didn't go with the wrist away. She instead just right back to Harward. And it is an intriguing matchup because considering these two teams not having played one another in this partnership,
right?
What do you go to? Is it easy in terms of the scouting report on Hailey Harward, or not so much?
Yeah, to me in this type of scenario, I would go to my Rich Lamborn style of coaching and just take care of my side of the court and then have a few nuggets to feed off of as far as what their tendencies are.
They're right on the money with that tendency. They shifted, the block pulled into the angle, and Harward just scoots to the line.
Again, her ability to hold in that pocket of time between the player looking and making contact and not feeling anxious to go somewhere that she feels like she might have to, but holding through that time pocket is what she does so well.
Scores even at 7 apiece. She actually thought that was going to be the changeover. She's just one away. Back set, and the right angle from the left side, 8-7, and let's go to Rich Lamborn now.
All right, we're here with Troy, who finally found a hat and some boots worthy of that mustache.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Love the sleeveless.
I had a sweater on, but I was doing an interview with you, so I had to take it off.
We talked to Timmy. That was a big win for you guys. You weren't feeling your best. Tell us a little bit about that.
No, last night was pretty tough, pretty brutal, and this morning I think I was late for our practice. I was late. Woke up like 45 minutes before, and then maybe 45 minutes before this game. Just not feeling the best, and so it just felt like foggy, and it's hard out there. This arena was electric. It was super fun. They came out fired up, but I wasn't feeling my best, and Timmy brought us back to life. A little CPR on the court, and with emotions and encouragement.
You guys came up with a big win. You thought to yourself, if Freddie Mercury can show up for Live 8, I can show up in Dallas.
Yeah, exactly. With the stash, Freddie Mercury-esque. I'm not sure if we keep it for the winter, so maybe we'll have to have some conversations.
Well, we are in November now, so you're looking good.
Yeah, okay.
And hopes are still alive for the LA launch. Congrats.
Smile if you love men's prostates.
I'm just going to leave that one to you, Casey.
Such a good interview. We've got a list of good interviewers, and he's one of them.
Amazing.
That's incredible. How about Toni coming out with an ace, creating some chaos again, getting 2 points in a row. She's turning up that super server mentality. Look at that thing.
Plenty of pace.
Oh, I love the late pull.
11-7, and the San Diego Smash are looking to send this to a third set. And Kylie Deberg kind of shaking out her shoulder and her arm on that one after the miss hit.
I think here's my thought and how I feel watching if I was playing with Toni and Geena right now is Geena's last side out was so pure. She was so calm. Her approach was so fluid. It set the tone of how we were going to go feel when we go out after this timeout. Toni goes out, ace, they score 2 more points. She does a late pull, causes chaos for Kylie. Like that, it's interesting. No one talks about that, but having a veteran like that make a side out that big, it's huge.
They're dialed in right now with their coach. Again, a look to Geena, Urango, and Toni Rodriguez. Rodriguez also second in blocks in league play thus far. You see Chase Buttinger also getting in on the mix.
Yeah,
he's a part of this San Diego Smash. It's got to be so nice. This team dynamic, we talked about it early in league play, but it truly has brought a different look to the AVP, having a women's pairing partnered up with a men's pairing and creating these franchises. It's been fun to watch it unfold.
It's so cool. I love it. And they're, you know, everybody sees the game differently. You see the game differently than I do, and everyone here sees it, and you know, they translate it differently into what they would do. And so to have a bigger team of like references to pull off from, and there's something that maybe they share that you've never even thought of that way, you're like, oh, the growth and the camaraderie is so amazing.
Well, and there is something to be said too about kind of the intellectual property, right, of an individual beach volleyball player. It feels as if at times you're kind of soloing out your career, and this has really changed the game in that sense.
Agree, totally agree. Kind of puts everybody on the same page too. Like, we're in this together, not just by myself with maybe my partner.
Yeah, and trying to figure out, you know, who your best partner is or what the points are. It's a completely different ball game now.
Yeah, it's the high level over time versus just like the immediate, oh, are we in the main draw or not? You know?
And it's been fun, too, in consideration to playing into the league. You had a chance to play in the Heritage Series events. We had 3 of them in total. It was an automatic bid in if you took home a Heritage Series title. And the remaining was based off of your finishes if you didn't pick one up. There's a nice touch. Hailey Harward.
What a dig. Good patience with Toni.
Extended set over the left shoulder, and somehow she sneaks it through.
The under you, lefty off balance pokey slash swing. Great patience by Toni to still trust maybe I can pull here and still backpedaling. Oh, nice. The eagle claw. Just the talons came out of those last 2. Just want to name moves. That's all.
I love it. I think you should be the only person allowed to name beach volleyball moves. 9-12 Dallas Stream.
This is where you can confidently side out your way to a win, but then you also think we can confidently side out our way to a win. So then you know, it gets a little stressful. Team's going to ramp up their serve here, I'm guessing.
Again, the Dallas Stream just need 1 set at this point to pick up and clinch a spot in the championships. However, if they drop this second set, we go to a third, and who knows what happens.
Right. That side out by Geena is a testament to what I mentioned before that timeout. Just calm, veteran side out, just effortless.
Protecting the line is Deberg.
It's a bummer when you're Toni, you make the perfect read, but you're not 6'4", right? She made the perfect read, and Kylie still just went high hands over the top.
San Diego Smash just need to continue to side out for the win here in set 2. Quick tempo. Double down defense.
Oh, nice scoop.
And clawing through the sand.
Wow.
Yahtzee for Sandy Urango.
Oh, the old Hermosa Beach metal detector. Just groveling through the sand. I love that, like army crawl.
I love that she gets up and is like, yeah no problem. Her vision is gone the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time you only see the ball, and you're just hoping they pull off your partner's call too. Like, hopefully I have an audible from Toni being like, nobody.
But that's the increased physicality we've seen from Geena Urango this season, now at a set point opportunity for the Smash. High set for Deberg. I mean, if you're her, why not just continue to hit high hands?
That's all I would do. That's all I would do.
The whole time.
I mean, it's all I would do. The only people that can stop it is maybe like an Alex Kleinman who's up there with me.
Second set point for the Smash. Directing now with her platform. And finding the seam, the San Diego Smash say, not so fast, Dallas Dream. You don't get to clinch quite yet. Set 3, here we come.
Wow.
Toni Rodriguez has been sensational from the service line. Already 4 aces. Let's take a look at these. What makes her serve so good?
Yeah, she switched locations. The first set, she was on that other side, and then she rotated over there, and then she just was sniping the middle, the sideline, back to the middle. I mean, and then she's also, again, switched her location. So that the Dallas never could get comfortable and get into a rhythm. There's the fire. Let's go. Yes, so money.
You think back to this duo, each one of them had a set with a 4-ace set last week.
Yeah.
So what could they find here in set number 3? So impressive.
Yeah, I'm guessing that Dallas is going to go back to Toni on that short serve and try to get her to have to be the full-time blocker, serve tough, and have to side out every ball, right? I feel like the reason that Toni could get into a really good rhythm serving is that they were testing Geena, and Geena's flowing, so now Toni's comfy and she's able to go be the athlete she is. And so if I'm both of these teams, I look to wear out these blockers and make them have to do a little bit more than they probably want to, just so they can't focus on taking over.
You talk about wearing out the blockers. It is also a different format for most of their tournament play on the AVP previously. You're playing 4, 5, 6 matches over a weekend, and lo and behold, you've just got 2 matches instead.
You could do this forever. Yeah,
Casey's about to suit up and get right back out there.
Problem was
Who needs knees?
Problem wasn't I wasn't always a great starter in those. I was always more of the quarterfinals on type guy, where that's where I really turned it on. So I might have been in trouble.
That was the most subtle brag. I really only ever had to start playing after the quarterfinals because I made it, casually to the quarters every single time.
Yeah, if you're gonna lose, it's always at 5th, so you get 2 chances in semi. Come on, everybody knows that.
Oh man, well, welcome back to the Comerica Center. This is a fantastic venue for our league finale for the regular season. We have Saturday action and Sunday action just around the corner. Rodriguez, Urango, Harward, and Deberg in action now. Currently, Harward and Deberg out hitting Rodriguez and Urango 500 to 379. The Comerica Center is jam-packed for this matchup between the San Diego Smash and the Dallas Dream. Set 3 soon to begin. For the women's matchup, the Dallas Dream just need 1 match win to clinch a spot in the AVP League Championships. Harward with the serve. What a save, Hailey Harward, and
oh my gosh.
That just has to feel so salty.
It's so gnarly that it's so fun to be able to trust your speed that much that you can hold so long to still run that down. What a scoop, and a serve too. Way to grovel for Geena to get that out of the net, pull it up.
I just don't know how you move 25 feet in less than a second.
Yeah, when the sand becomes more comfortable than hard ground, that's how it's always felt weird going to a hard surface. Ugh, this hurts. What a wrist. She is she's full Superman. Fully horizontal.
She is the Urango. A look to match stats. We mentioned the 500 efficiency for the Dallas, and the service errors also on screen as well. But the aces, that's the part you're missing.
Yeah, all those aces are the difference maker.
4 aces for Rodriguez. The person with a single ace is Deberg. Did she get a piece? And she did. She's going back with our scouting report.
Yeah.
Just keep hitting high over the top.
Why would I bring it down to all you other people? I can just go over the top effortlessly. I love Toni going with the no call though. Trying to sell it a little bit.
What do you think her jump reach is?
Oh yeah, I think that's close to 10-6. Oh, the landing dart. Wow. I love that. It's really cool where she crossed the middle left to right, but then tails it back to the right side.
Look at that side spin.
Wow. That's, you just if you're Toni and Geena, you're good for you. Good serve.
That is Deberg's second ace of this matchup.
That one stings.
That's when you're like, I can't move anywhere because my feet aren't on the ground.
Yeah, I'm in the air trying
It's like
to block
the road runner. Your feet are moving, but you're going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I always said that, like, who put this treadmill under me in the sand? I can't get anywhere, but my feet are moving.
Push set to the left shoulder, and she does exactly what she needed to.
That's where that, even though that swing's dangerous, it's keeping Toni honest, right? Now Toni has to think about if she's gonna go low, bring it back, or high again. So that's just that's a chess play right there.
We've had 3 sessions. That's 3 weeks with three-set matches, including this one. We've never had one where there's been 4 3-set matches, but there's potential. There's potential because we've got another matchup coming. Miles Evans, Chase Budiger,
We're already
Andy
here.
Benish, and Miles Partain. Out to the pin and a matchup between the blockers.
Oh, what a swing and what a set by Toni, fully sitting on the ground. She jousted that, sat on the ground, bump juice, right to Geena.
San Diego Smash, don't forget, they dropped the first set. It looked like it was going completely the way of the Dallas Dream.
So, such a good set by Toni to stay composed there.
Was there a touch?
I love that serve by Geena. They started the match serving Kylie on that sideline, right? Or kind of like on her lap, and she's just going over the top. Then they go, okay, let's adapt and go a little bit more middle and short. Then it forces her rhythm just to be a little bit different. Oh yeah, she's asking for the touch because her hand contacted Toni's. I usually feel like the ball touches too. The double call.
This is really getting away from the Dallas Dream. 7-3, the San Diego Smash sitting at the 5th place position. Every win, every play matters for them right now.
It's life or death. Every match is a final for them.
The good news is for the Dallas Dream, they also have Miles Partain and Andy Benish, who, by the way, are undefeated on the season. Which, by the way, the perfect segue, Rich Lamborn.
Your girl's in a little bit of a rut right now. What are you thinking as far as their chances of coming back here?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're a great team. I think as long as they stay confident and keep playing hard, it'll turn around. I mean, Geena and Toni are making some good plays right now, so just got to wait out that storm a little bit, and they'll make a run.
See if Kylie can get it going at the net, big block.
Yeah, get it going from the service line or at the net, but they have a lot of ways to score points.
Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
Andy Benish, Miles Partain next up on the sand. You better get louder right here in the Comerica Center. This is a matchup between the Dallas Dream and the San Diego Smash. The 3rd set is tending the direction of the San Diego Smash, sitting 5th in the standings in AVP League play. Behind Toni Rodriguez, Geena Urango. They are looking to take down Hailey Harward and Kylie Deberg. Back out of the timeout. And now on the reception. 7-3, the lead for the Smash. Come on. Clean and simple, composed.
Back to what she started this set with, right? Fluid, high.
Deberg's. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that I love that serve by Geena again to go back to that spot, and Kylie just figured it out, right? She missed that one before, and so she reset, got her composure, really got a little rhythm there.
That was Deberg's 13th kill. Urango also at the number 13 while she adds her 4th error into the mix in just 3 sets played.
Yeah, but that, for me, that almost felt like her first one ever because I've seen her just flawlessly side out for the last set and a half.
That was her first error here in set 3. Quiet platform for Harward. Hanging the hands high is Toni Rodriguez. She's been somewhat quiet at the net, but no longer.
Yeah, that's great patience. It's so hard as a blocker to be patient in these bang-bang transition plays where you feel anxious you need to incorporate yourself, right? Where she just chills, lets Hailey jump, her hips pop, then Toni goes up. That's so hard as an attacker to know what they're gonna do. Great timing by Toni.
The very first block for Toni Rodriguez in this 3-set competition. The right choice, lets it go.
I love that. Such a good line. Might as well test Hailey. Kylie got into a good rhythm. I love where she's lining up, kind of crossing in front of Hailey as she contacts, so you can't really tell where she's going to pick off this toss. Oh my gosh.
Just keep adding to the stat line. Another ace for Toni Rodriguez. This woman can't be stopped. Her 5th in this match.
Give me her serving masterclass right now. I will be the most ultimate serving coach ever. No one will pass me. It's incredible.
She's got the direction. She's got the float. She also can drop the pace down. I mean, just so many weapons.
Yeah, she's the little like vacuum contact on that last one. Just
maybe over a little zealous. I mean, she's earned the right to do that.
Yeah, that's the freedom. The third serve, you get 3 in a row. That's usually where everybody goes for if you're jump serving. You go for like the little cutty jump serve, and you always roll it in the net.
We saw a 6-0 run to close out a 3rd set. Last week, the San Diego Smash had a set point in this exact same position against Mel and Brandy. Do you think that starts to play into the mind right now? You have the 3-point advantage. You dropped a really tough 3rd set last week.
Yeah, you start to get a little, post-traumatic stress where you start to remember that stuff. But Geena's been around. She understands. She understood she was maybe a little early. The set maybe wasn't as high as she wanted. All these things play into that.
Urango with some fans, but right in the lap of Harward. Trying to find the stuff, and instead goes fishing.
It's funny because knowing that you're up, these types of situations, they just happen. It's just the natural occurrence of sport, right? You have a little bit of a lead, especially a 4 or 5 point lead in these games of 15. It feels like so much more. So you kind of just go cruise. You set the cruise control. Everyone's taking a nap in the back, and you're just the driver taking care of business. And so sometimes you forget to stay alert. So there's like cues that you can give your partner to, hey, let's stay on this, let's stay aggressive, let's keep attacking.
Well, and to your point, with Rich Lamborn talking to Andy Benish, he said they kind of just have to weather the storm. Like they're in beach volleyball, runs of points are somewhat inevitable, and it's even tougher in these condensed sets.
Yeah, they feel much more intense than normal. And the team usually goes on 1 or 2 a set, right? And so you're like, all right, we just weather the storm. Their push is done. They're over with. We have our next one saved up. Let's go win this. So, maybe that's something that they talk about. They started hot, give up a couple, but you still have the lead. Now you can finish the job.
Tense moments now for Hailey Harward and Kylie Deberg. Sitting in a timeout in the 3rd set. Not a whole lot of communication. You see the little reset there from Hailey Harward, closing the eyes.
The visualization, just visualize executing on all cylinders. Good calm tone for your partner, get her fired up and motivated in the zone.
Walking back out to the sand from a timeout, the San Diego Smash and the Dallas Dream in 3rd set action. Toni Rodriguez gets set on the reception. They've dropped a couple points here alongside Geena Urango. They still have a 2-point lead against the Dallas Dream, who are still looking to clinch into the championships. Steady is Urango.
The Timeout worked. Everything got back in system and flow. Geena hits about 450 revolutions on that cut shot. Perfect.
Yeah, revolutions forward or sideways.
Yeah.
It's a little tough to tell.
It was a different, different angle. I don't even know.
Hanging the little gooseneck up. That feels oddly familiar to the guy I was standing next to right now.
Yeah, you just leave it up. I'll land and still hit it, roll it over you. Perfect. My arms are longer. Yeah. It's deadly when you know you can go high heat and then that too.
Great serve and an error. It's starting to get tight right now on the side of the smash. A 1-point game.
And that serve opens it up though. That's such a good serve, crossing her. That's what she hit earlier, right? To kind of start that run and get back some rhythm. She hits that area one right side of Geena so well.
Volatile moments between the smash and the dream. Stop and too much heat.
Never twice. Here we go.
Can't distinguish what's going to take place on this next one. Will Toni Rodriguez find a block here?
Right, if it even gets to that without the ace maybe happening first. I love she's changing location again, kind of disrupting the confidence of the Dallas Stream.
Spread offense, and right back to the bread and butter.
Back to how she was in set one, right? High hammer and then chirp at Toni, look at her, stare her down.
I like that Toni immediately turned. She's like, I don't want to, I'm not going to give you any little extra.
Even acknowledge her, yeah.
Nope.
I love that.
Move on. Sidewinder of a pass. Go, 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 go!
Yeah, right?
That made me nervous.
I know. She did the old karaoke foot speed drill as she passed that in the drive-by.
A little line dancing to find a side out. San Diego smash up by 2.
That's where one of those short serves would be deadly.
Watch option. She's adding the heat. Inside set. Urango saves herself, but Rodriguez gets tripped up at the net.
She put so much effort into just trying to touch that ball against Kylie that she could affect it and didn't land with any balance. Oh. Yeah, also, she went with the Kong and her body's twisting. That's hard to land and turn out of.
Dallas Stream is the home team, and the crowd is behind them.
Oh, under you. Nice try.
Shoulders
look at Toni.
straight on, and she is yelling back to the fans. Woo-wee!
I love it. That's exactly what I would do. I love it.
The San Diego Smash went 3-1 on the weekend. What will they do in this Week 8 match point? The Smash with a chance in transition. Urango. Doug. The lefty barely over the net. And no good. Denied by Deberg.
I would be so bummed about, even though the set was borderline, I would say, I would be just furious. You could tell they were looking for that. Off that set right there, they're both like, wait, what? Kylie's been doing a good job of going a little bit farther away outside of her shoulder line to get Geena on those low ones.
Another match point opportunity for the Smash. Urango from over the top of her head. The net gives some extra time. Harward for the tie and a line shot.
Like 1 inch of the line, the rest of it was out. That's just pure precision.
Tying up the ball game. 14-all. The Dallas Stream fending off 2 match points. You have to laugh.
You have to ride out the magic. Well, you're like, oh, how much of Tinkerbear's fairy dust is left over here? I'm going to keep going for it.
San Diego Smash earn the right to have yet another match point.
What a serve.
Right down the middle, the San Diego Smash, picking up the women's match. Dallas can't clinch yet.
If I'm Toni, I go straight to the crowd and tell them it's their fault. It's their fault for cheering their team on because it made me mad and my partner mad, and then we came back and won.
I also love those two. Like, they go head to head, two of the most fierce women in competition, and you see that afterward. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is. It's about chirping, making it entertaining, getting fiery, and then remembering how much you just love competing against each other.
Gosh.
What a serve by Geena.
Are you not entertained?
Wow.
How epic is this volleyball tonight?
I was going to say, Geena's going to snipe this down the middle, but I didn't want to put out in the universe in case, you know, she decided first. So look at Toni. That's her new celebration. She said she was working on one. That must have been it.
Is that the one?
I guess it is.
Okay. We all can keep workshopping that one.
Not sure what it was, but we'll go figure out a name for it.
Oh man, what a fun competition. Kylie, Deberg, Hailey, Harward, though, they have been fantastic throughout league play. You'll get a chance to see them back in action tomorrow, but we've still got one more matchup coming your direction. But right now, we gotta talk to these two who just had way too much fun in this one.
Wow, Toni and Geena, a high-powered match. And in that second set, Toni, you got your serve going. You had 4 aces in the second. You ended up with 5 aces. The energy in here was electric. I know a lot of them are rooting for Dallas, but I can tell you like the energy, don't you?
Yeah. Duh, come on.
I know. It was incredible, and we could feel it from you. We could feel your energy, getting the block, streaming across the net, getting the ace. Geena, what is it like to play with an energy like Toni's?
Well, she's the yin to my yang, so it's an awesome balance. I love it.
Well, it's a great balance, and you guys really needed that win. You came into this weekend 5-7. You're now 6-7. You are very much in the hunt for one of those last 2 spots for the championships, and now you're sticking around watching the boys. They're taking on the undefeated Dallas Dream of Miles and Andy. What's that, Toni?
Don't matter.
That don't matter? Why does that not matter?
Don't matter. That's all. Don't matter.
Don't matter. I like it. They're behind their boys all the way. Great job, Toni. Toni and Geena getting the win. What's up?
Smash!
Smash! I love it. Give it up for the smash, everybody. What a match.
We will find out if it matters or not in this next matchup. The undefeated Andy Biddish and Miles Partain taking on these two who have improved through league play. That's Chase Budinger and Miles Evans. This women's matchup is going to be one you're going to want to relive time and time again. Week 8 of AVP League play continues after this.